Hebrews 10:24, Paul says this. He encourages the Christian to endure the spoiling of your goods or the robbery of your property and to endure it with joy. How, Paul? How could we as believers endure the robbery of our property with joy? Paul goes on to say, knowing that in yourselves that you have a better possession and an enduring one in the heavens. So for the believer, everything that we do, everything that comes into our life, everything that is removed from our life, we have to be intentional about viewing that scenario through the lens of the eternal and through the lens of what is coming towards us as the offspring of God, the inheritance that is ours, that we will one day take hold of and claim by way of the grace of God. This passage has application, especially in my life today, because I had ordered some boat seats for our boat and paid about $300 for those seats. And while out helping a precious sister in the Lord, those seats were delivered early. They were supposed to come tomorrow, according to the email. And so they were delivered early. And when I came back to my house, the seats were not there at the door where they were supposed to be. So I called the delivery system, the Walmart delivery system, and asked them if in fact that the product had been delivered, and they confirmed that it was. So someone in the neighborhood saw some boxes that were sitting outside of our house, and they saw that our car was gone, and so they felt that this was the perfect opportunity to take advantage of that situation. And so now here I am sitting upset and disturbed that I will now have to wait another week and a half to get my boat seats, and just irritated that someone got me. It's like the second or third time that we've had this type of thing happen since we've been in this particular neighborhood. But it's difficult to take it with joy. You know, I know Paul exhorts us to do that, but it's difficult to take it with joy when you're looking in the crucible of your situation. So when your eyes are focused on your life, when your eyes are focused on the wrong that was done to you, it's going to be very difficult to see things through the correct perspective. But when you pull back a bit and try and view things from a higher perspective, a higher vantage point, a more objective perspective, you then can take into consideration eternity. And when you add the eternal into the equation, it alters your disposition. And I'm not saying that I've done that effectively right now, because I'm still irritated right now that I don't have my boat seats. But I know that as believers, there's going to be a number of times where we're going to have all kinds of negative disappointments, negative situations in our life. And if we are not, again, intentional about beholding, taking into consideration that which comes after, if we're not intentional about considering the eternal, we will begin to come apart at the seams. So God forbid that we do that. May the Lord help us, whether it's a good situation or a bad situation, to always consider eternity and to always consider the reward that is coming to us that cannot be taken away because of the blessedness of what God has called us to as his children and as his offspring. So may the Lord God himself bless you. May he make his face shine upon you. And above all else, may he himself give you peace. God bless and farewell.